Hi, everybody. I was running a little late today. I had lunch with friends, and then I was over here just listening to Steely Dan to Rock the World, working on the tail end pieces of my commission in encaustic. And my griddle was hot, so I had to make my stand not get burned because I've got one leg of it sitting on the stand and one on the desk. And so I put a Teflon pad underneath, like a pot holder. So, hi, how are y'all? I'm doing good. And my hair is longer, so I put some curly stuff in it. And I'm trying to decide, see it straight over here. My hair is really curly. No, I did a good job there. Okay. I'm Vicki Ross, and I am the founder of the Ideal Art and Peace System. It's an art program that is comprehensive. We're not project-based. What we do is we teach you the basics and then introduce you to 4 different media, oil, watercolor, soft pastel, and encaustic. And it's a comprehensive class. So that's what I do. I want to tell you where I am so you can find me. YouTube, I'm Vicki Artist. Facebook page, you're there right now. You wouldn't be seeing this. Vicki Ross Art is my Facebook business page. All of my social media links from Instagram to Twitter and all that, VickiRossArt.com. And the free Facebook group is Axully Art. And that is for people, that's for you. That's for the readers. This page that you're on right now is my personal page. And I also want to put a shout out to my Amazon store. I keep it going because I need to find stuff that I had and ordered before so I could reorder it. So if you order things from there too, they'll let me keep the storefront open. And that address is bit.ly, bit.ly/ capital Vicki with an I, capital Ross. We thank you. We'll get a few pennies off of that. So today, what are we going to talk about? Today, I think I'm going to tell you how to counter stress with humor. I think that's what we can call it. I think that'll work. And I've got several examples to share with you where I did that and it worked. It made me feel better. Actually, I didn't feel bad, or I probably wouldn't have done it. The first major event triggered some of the funnier stories, and that was when I had shingles on my face. And what made me think about this was that yesterday or Sunday, I got a shot. And that arm was supposed to be pneumonia and flu. And this one was supposed to be shingles. And the shingles were supposed to be the worst. So we put it over here so it wouldn't bother me so much. Guess what? It didn't work that way. So anyway, I had shingles on my face, and it was on one half of my face, this side. And wait, don't get ahead of yourself. Woke up with it one morning, and the next morning I woke up and my face was paralyzed, and there's a special name for it. Happens in about, I don't know, 1% of 100, you know. Of course it was me. And my face was like this. I couldn't talk real good. So it was Halloween. I'm not going to talk like that or drive you crazy. It was Halloween, and somebody that I knew had dropped off a metal bucket with, you know, candy and DVDs and stuff like that, a magazine. And in it was a headdress that was a scarecrow hat. So I put the headdress on, and I was rocking around like this side. And I was a realtor then. So I decided to go to the office for Halloween once they told me I wasn't contagious anymore from chickenpox. So anyway, I went to the office and walked in, and everybody's hooting and hollering about Halloween costumes, and I'm standing over there doing this, and I'm talking to them like that. And the head broker came out and he said, "Man, what a costume. How do you do that with your mouth?" So that was one of the stories that was so funny. I mean, it was like this. And that's one example where I used humor to keep something from being totally devastating. Another one was during that same, I think it was the first day, as a matter of fact, first day of the paralyze. Your eye won't shut either on that side. So I got a tea towel out of, for those of you not old enough, that's just kind of like a real soft cotton towel, okay, hand towel. And I got it and I tied it over my head like this and kept it on so that it would hold my eye closed and I thought I could read. And Randy came home, so I thought, oh, this is fun. His mother and dad had, or from when he was little, they lived in Japan, he had a stick that they used to get down off of Mount Fuji, and it's all covered apparently with dust and, you know, fine lava and stuff like that. So this flag is a stick, and on the way up you have a brand put on it at each station, and it has a Japanese flag. Whew, ugly sneeze. And on the way down, you ride the stick kind of like a witch. I would have fit right in, but you ride the stick down through the soft material. So anyway, that stick was propped up in the corner of our house. So I got it and I held it in one hand, pretended that I was in the Army and I was an injured guy. He laughed for about an hour. So I got all the mileage I could out of that one. And I kind of found out that when you've had something devastating like, well, y'all know that we had the fire that killed our daughter, people are weird about wanting to be around you. And you see people go the other way when they're in the grocery store. And it's just human nature. You know, you don't know what to say, so you avoid it at all costs. So I found out that if I was just a little bit funny, I mean, not being gallows humor or anything like that, but that it relaxed people a little bit. And so, man, I really had fun with that. So let's see. My next story is, wait for it. What did I do? I can't remember. Hang on a minute. I'll be right back. Oh, see, I did sort of prepare. I made some notes last night. The next one was when, a couple of years ago, when went to the hospital because my tummy hurt. You know, I didn't think it was any big deal. And they made me drink some stuff, and it took about 45 minutes. And we're sitting there, and I'm talking about it being the fault of the bison that Randy had fed me for dinner the night before. Everybody got a big hoot and holler out of that. And then we made a little video of the empty bottle. If you set it on the chair, it would rattle by itself. Rattle by itself, and it would move on the chair. So we filmed a little short video of that. And the doctor came in and he was laughing about the bison. And then he said, "You're not going home. You've got a blockage." I went, woo woo. So they keep me overnight, and during the night I'm thinking about all the art stuff that I'm going to do since I'm up in the hospital. Didn't touch it. Randy came in with it and he said, he just laughed. Anyway, I had surgery that morning. 7 days later, you know, everything was fine. And I had a temporary bag And there's a group on here called Poo Bag Report that I kept up while I was sick. Or not sick, I mean recovering. So anyway, to get the thing removed and so it put Humpty back together again, they had to do a colonoscopy. So you know, did same prep and all that stuff. So I'm laughing back in the back in the treatment room. They think I'm weird. So anyway, I come out and it's dead quiet in there. It's like a church or something. Like they're just, nobody's talking, everybody's whispering. So I come out around the nurse's station and start singing, "She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes." And Randy said every person in that room was startled, going, "What's going on?" And he said, "That's just my wife, you know, again, making jokes." And then a day and a half later, I had the surgery to put it back together again. And I had named the stoma. That's part of the intestine that they pull up through your stomach and you poop through it. And I had named it Stella. I don't know why, just Stella. So we'd say, "Stella, excuse you." You know, we just talked about her. So when they were rolling me back from that surgery, you know, Cat on the Hot Tin Roof, Marlon Brando. And that scene where he's yelling, "Stella!" Well, that's what I was doing coming down the hall from recovery. And the nurses were really concerned because they didn't know what I was saying. And then when Randy told them what I was saying, they didn't get it. So, you know, the joke was totally lost on everybody but me and Randy. So again, another way of, you can be silly. And if you can make other people laugh, you boost your own attitude a little bit. So that's what I'm talking about is, don't take yourself so serious. You know, you would think that I would have a funny story for this, but I don't. This is just wrong, I'm telling you. So what I do is teach people how to learn and grow as artists, to fill their empty time with peace. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Let me see if that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Oh, I also called my blockage a hairball, which just shocked some people. They said, "No, really?" No, not really. Anyway, I teach people how to have peace with their empty time. And I don't care how old you are, at some point in your life, you're going to have empty time to fill. The kids have their own homes, you lost your job, your husband's sick or divorced you for Barbie. And so whatever it is may not be as drastic as mine, but it may be just as devastating. So if you can learn to find something humorous, you know, just a little something, it'll make you feel better and it'll make other people around you feel better. So I think that's all I have to say today. And I will see you next Wednesday at 4. I welcome you to go to Axully, AXULLY.com, and sign up for my blog posts. I do those every Wednesday as well, and I think I'm behind 1 week. Too much to keep up with. And that will also register you for my mailing list, so you'll know whenever I go live or do a blog post. And those are fun. They're about some of my trips and travels in Europe to learn how to paint, and classes I took here and paintings I did in the beginning. So you can just figure up go right along with me as though I'm doing it for the first time. Can you tell that I'm playing with this box of sticks, this little thing? So anyway, I'm going to kick off for here, over and out. Y'all have a good day.